I can't believe it, but HERB MUDDLEFOOT, you may have just saved the day. Welcome to the St. Canard Files, a Darkwing Duck podcast. I'm your host, Stan Lund, and with me once again is...
Tiffany Silverbraun.
Welcome back, Tiff. It feels like it's been a long time since we actually recorded, and it actually has, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, the last episode we were on released on September 18th, so it's been over a month. So what's new?
Lots of Halloween stuff, lots of like Inktober stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally finished that. I'm free from the daily drawing.
I saw some of the ones you put up. You did some pretty cool ones.
Thanks. Yeah, I did a DuckTales one and a Rescue Rangers one in there.
I think I saw the DuckTales. I might have missed the Rescue Ranger one.
I did Robotica and I did Foxglove.
Yeah, Foxglove was quite a cool character. I think she only ever appeared, though, in the one episode.
Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, what did you end up doing for Halloween?
A lot of stuff that during October. I guess I went to a really fun Tim Burton kind of festival thing, marketplace festival thing. That was cool. And they had all like themed food, like based on Tim Burton stuff, and a lot of spooky stuff for sale. I got some vintage Raggedy Ann books, which I'm actually like a fan of old school Raggedy Ann.
Well, as long as you don't end up buying the original Annabelle, we're okay with that.
They had like a fake display of like an Annabelle doll there.
A lot of people don't know that the real Annabelle is actually a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yep.
That looks nothing like the one from the big Hollywood movies.
Yep. Yeah, that was fun. And then we had a Halloween party at our house where we all dressed up as characters from Hocus Pocus. I was Winifred, and Aria was Sarah, and Ava was Mary, and Greg was Billy Butcherson.
Yeah.
And we were gonna have our dog dress up as Binks, but we ran out of time to make a little cat costume for him.
Oh, maybe the year after next year, because next year you've got galactic size plans.
Yeah. And yeah, then we did horror convention, which was super fun, Sinister Creature Con.
Cool.
Yep. And we saw Elvira. I got to take a picture with her in one of the photo booth things that they do at conventions sometimes. And I made art for her, and I made art for Billy Zane, which was fun. And I actually met someone who was a Darkwing fan wearing a Let's Get Dangerous shirt.
Cool.
Yeah. And then for Halloween proper, my costume was, speaking of Raggedy Ann, we went as Maggedy Ann and Andy, super horrific, gross, toys left in the attic version of Raggedy Ann.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. Those were impressive, I have to say.
Thanks. And yeah, we went to trick-or-treating into a little kids' Halloween party. It was pretty cute and fun.
Cool.
Yeah,
my Halloween wasn't anywhere near as glamorous. Unfortunately, the couple days leading up to Halloween, I was recording some stuff for my gaming channel and had a lot of technical difficulty problems that caused me to get very little sleep. So I didn't get to watch all the movies and stuff I planned, but I did have my Reese's, I had my Mountain Dew Voodoo, had my bowls of Carmela Creeper and Count Chocula, and I did watch one horror movie for the first time. I saw Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses,
Yay.
which was interesting. I think that's where we'll leave that, since this is a family friendly podcast, and that movie is anything but family friendly.
Yeah.
You know.
And yet, what horror comics did you get? Or
I think the only horror comics I've been getting, well, I've gotten a few different ones. The ones I've currently been reading, of course, is Army of Darkness Forever. I've got issue 1, and I think issue 2 either came out last week, comes out this week, or is next week. I'm not sure which. I've also been getting the Creepshow Volume 2 comics.
Yeah, me too.
Since I'm a big Stephen King fan.
Me too.
Other than that, I've also gone a little over the top into the Marvel Zombie universe. I've been purchasing a bunch of the comics from the Marvel Zombie runs.
Oh yeah. Did you get any of the DC Night Terrors?
No, I didn't get any of those. The closest I got to that was my local comic store actually had a free comic book day version of the Deceased run, like the first issue from that. Haven't read it yet, but I
Night
did
Terrors
do
has been
quite a
pretty
bit.
fun.
What?
Night Terrors has been pretty fun.
Yeah, I've got a friend who bought the Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy issues, I believe.
The Poison Ivy one is really good. It's like really creepy. It kind of creeped me out.
Yeah. Yeah, I did get some good Halloween reading done in October, though, because I read 2 Stephen King novels, and I'm currently working my way through a Neil Gaiman, and I also read a Dean Koontz.
Nice.
Yeah, the Stephen King ones was Billy Summers, which wasn't really a horror novel, and Fairy Tale, which also wasn't really a horror novel, more sci-fi well, not sci-fi, but more fantasy.
Yeah.
I do believe it's set in the Dark Tower universe, though.
Nice.
So that's fun.
Cool.
Yeah, the Neil Gaiman book I'm reading is Good Omens, which I believe they made a TV show out of it on Netflix.
I haven't read that.
It's interesting. It's about the Armageddon and the end of the world.
Nice.
But it's got like a humorous spin to it. Like a lot of people say that it's kind of like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't know if you've ever read that.
Uh-huh.
Full of a lot of weird, nonsensical things.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, like the book's all right so far. It's good enough where I'm probably going to check out the show. I mean, it helps I actually do still have a Netflix account. Like, I may have abandoned my Disney Plus, but I kept Netflix.
Yeah, I'm definitely behind on all the spooky stuff that's been coming out to watch.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
You do anything else since the last time we recorded, or not really?
Just pretty much, yeah, those things and a lot of decorating. We went crazy with our house, which is fun.
I will say, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, making costumes for everybody, like not just ours, but also for the kids. Ava actually went as Harley Quinn, which was very cute, and Aria went as a character from Steven Universe. White Diamonds.
Which one?
White Diamonds Pearl.
The Cracked Pearl.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Steven Universe. It was a great show.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I can say for a couple weeks in early October, I was kind of laid out, caught some kind of a bug. That's one of the reasons we didn't get to record because for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I just wasn't feeling up to it.
Yeah.
Never fun being sick. Luckily, Will, Mike, and Tim picked up the slack for us.
Yep.
With their wonderful review of Cartoon All Stars to the Rescue.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Well, I heard from a little bird that there may be another classic cartoon non-duck review coming in December at some point. I'm
Mm.
not going to say anything more on that. Not while others can hear us anyway. But I might inform you, Tiff, afterwards what they got planned or what Will is potentially planning anyway.
I'm curious.
We do got some Darkwing news to get to though, because since the last time we recorded a comic review, there was a big announcement. Though I gotta say, some of us in the know already knew that this was coming. In fact, Aaron Sparrow let me know many months ago about this, though until an official announcement was made, I was kind of forbidden from sharing that knowledge. But Darkwing Duck, Dynamite's Darkwing Duck, the titled series is ending with issue 10. Taking its place will be a Justice Ducks comic.
Just like they were trying to do with the show, but it never happened.
Yeah, it's going to have a brand new writer. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. I think it's like Roger something.
Hmm.
Actually, give me a moment. I have a issue of previews nearby that probably does mention the guy's name because I imagine they've
Oh, Roger
solicited the.
and Landridge.
Yeah,
Thank.
Roger Landridge,
Yep.
and
And
the artist will still be Carlo Loro.
yep.
Yeah, first issue of that is supposed to come out in December, and I'm assuming that it's going to, in terms of the story, that's going to pick off right where Darkwing issue 10 leaves off.
Yeah.
Now, no word on whether we'll have those cool action figure covers for that series, though I would imagine we probably will since they're doing them for Negaduck too.
Yeah, and it
Speaking of action figure covers, Will finally is getting his Quackerjack cover.
nice.
Yep. Issue number 3 of Negaduck, the action figure cover is finally Quackerjack, which means we now will have the whole Fearsome Five. The only one that hasn't gotten one yet that needs a figure cover, which I'm hoping is going to be for issue 10, is Gosselin.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah, I would assume that they're gonna keep doing the action figure covers. I mean, I don't know what characters are left, but even the other Disney ones have the action figure covers. Like Cruella has one.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure the Lilo and Stitch series that's going to start is going to have them. That's another one for you, Will, that you'll have to pick up. Because I know somebody in Will's household is a Lilo and Stitch fan. But yeah, the first issue of that comes out, or of Justice Ducks comes out in December, which means sometime this month, presumably issue 10 will come out,
Yeah.
which I'm hoping will wrap up the current Launchpad Compass storyline. Negaduck, I'm still not sure if that's a limited series or if that's like an ongoing.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Trying to think, was there any other Darkwing news, or was that really the only bit?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think you're right, which means we probably should move from that into our review.
Yep.
So, Darkwing Duck issue 9, which came out in was that early October?
Yeah.
Yeah. It has obviously multiple covers. My cover of issue 9 has Darkwing, holding the cape over his face in a cloud of smoke that has some ominous looking eyes back there. In fact, I'd almost say maybe that's Negaduck in the smoke. That's, of course, drawn by Trish Forstner. And I think you said you got the A cover?
Yeah, I just got the A cover.
Yeah, which is the one of Darkwing swinging on the vine, holding Gosselin, while Launchpad waves from down below, and there's donuts and other things falling around him for some reason.
Yeah, I like the cover K, very Batman.
Yeah.
Or
Cover F as well.
cover F, yeah.
Yeah, that is actually, I believe that is the Gotham by Gaslight cover,
Yeah.
done up as Darkwing.
Yeah, that one's cool. I didn't see that one anywhere.
Yeah. Once again, the script is done by Amanda Dibert, and the artist is Carla Loro. So, how do we start this issue?
So we got a splash page of Morgana and a crystal ball, and she says, "I see, I see." And we got Darkwing, Gizmo Duck, and Gosselin staring intently at the crystal ball also.
Yeah. And what do they see in the crystal ball?
Nothing but water, with a giant hideous monster emerging from the depths.
It's so scary!
But it's not actually a monster. It is just the shadow of Archie behind the crystal ball.
Not a monster is debatable.
Yeah, so they're not seeing anything in the crystal ball at all.
Yeah, but Gosling's still confident, come on, Gizmo Duck. Morgana's the best. She'll know what to do.
And Morgana wants them to ask Neptunia for help.
Never. I can do this completely alone. And we get one of those little footnotes. DW and Neptunia hate each other so much, like super lots.
Yeah, so then Darkwing asks Gizmo Duck to pilot the Thunderquack, and Morgana and Goslin help search.
Completely alone, huh?
We get some nice shots of the Thunderquack flying over the water.
Yep, though I'm a little puzzled why they didn't use the same sound effect for all three pass-bys, since the sound effect shouldn't change from flyover to flyover.
Yeah.
But Gosselin is definitely not so enthused anymore. Dad, all I see is water, water, and more water.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, wait, my spectacular spectacles spy a specimen. Lower the Thunderquack.
How's the compass search going for you, fartwing?
Neptunia popped out.
Yep, with her face drawn in a Steven Universe-esque style.
Yeah, definitely.
I will say, though, the art on these two pages in particular is pretty rough. A lot of the expressions there are kind of weird and awkward, particularly the one where Darkwing and Neptunia are popping their eyes out at each other.
Yeah.
But I guess that fartwing comment was good enough to make Gosselin laugh.
Yeah. And Darkwing says that, it's Launchpad's not there. He's missing still.
Well, technically, Neptunia asked about it. And where's Launchpad?
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Neptunia offers to help. And
yeah.
and they start getting at it again with the fighting.
Yeah, with some pretty weak sounding writing. Well, if you have any clues that you want help with, I'm here. Sounds suspiciously like you have no leads. That's exactly what someone who had no leads himself would say. Like,
Yeah,
you can't write any better than that?
yeah. I know, especially the art is so exaggerated. Like it's a big.
Yeah. So Darkwing finally says, "Fine, I'm leaving." And Neptune is like, "Not if I leave first." And then we get another editor's note. See, 10 tons of hate in a 2-pound bag between these two. Editor Nate, if you don't have better things to say, maybe don't interject. But there's a conversation happening inside the Thunderquack while Darkwing's doing this, isn't there?
Yeah, we get Gizmo Duck. I couldn't agree more, Mayor Owlson. Agree with what? St. Canard is my area of heroic expertise. And the mayor says that, since Darkwing's been gone, there's been a crime spree in St. Canard, and many artifacts have gone missing. Not just Launchpad's compass.
Right. So she's asked for Gizmo Duck if he could come help in St. Canard, and Darkwing interjects, "I can do both. We'll be back in the city in a jiffy."
Yep.
And they are. The very next page, they're back in the city.
Yeah. And Morgana's helping. She pulls out her portable cauldron from a tiny little purse. And she's mixing ingredients. I need a dash of daring, a hint of herbs, some mint to mask the flavor, and then I just need a little DNA from the being I trust the most. And Darkwing, of course, thinks that's him and is smiling really, really big.
Yeah, he's looking very kawaii there.
Yeah. And we see Morgana. Where did he go? Darkwing, but I'm right here, aren't I? And Archie, of course, is the being that she trusts the most. And she plucks it from his head, drops it in the cauldron, says the magic words, and we get another sound effect of
Stupid sound
green
effect.
poof.
Yep.
Green poof. And
Yep. Here you go, Doc. One truth serum. So
yep.
Morgana tells him to go out there and make some baddies talk. You're the best, Morg. And then we do get an I am the terror. I am the terror that flaps in the night. Also, a really nice splash page of Darkwing swinging on a rope. Like, that's really well done.
Yeah.
I am the ice cream scoop that falls off your cone onto the hot asphalt. I am Darkwing Duck. I have a serious theft to report. HERB MUDDLEFOOT.
Yep. And his serious theft is that his Quackerware got stolen.
All of it.
Yeah. Darkwing is mad. I don't have time for this. But you don't understand it. And he keeps huffing and puffing, walking away, goes down an alley and sees a guy in a striped t-shirt trying to open a window on the side of a building, climbs in.
But before we follow that guy, we need to look at that alleyway. There's a couple bits of graffiti there.
Yeah.
We got a Darkwing, and we got, more importantly, who rules?
Louis.
Yep.
Which, when I first read that, I was thinking King Louis. And then I was
honestly, I was thinking Louis Duck, but it also could be Louis from Tailspin. There's a lot of Louis in the Disney afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking Louis from Tailspin, and then I was like, oh wait, it's obviously Louis Duck.
Yeah. Okay, now we can follow this striped shirt individual into the window.
Yeah, so Darkwing follows him into this dark house and is trying to catch him. The guy screams, he jumps, at him. We get a super exaggerated cartoony face of the guy screaming.
Yeah. You're gonna replace everything you've taken, and then we're going downtown. But, 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 no buts.
This is my house. I just locked my keys inside.
We'll see about that. And Darkwing forces him to drink the truth serum.
Yeah.
Although Darkwing should have just let him turn on the light, because he can prove it's his house quite easily, can he?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. So they showed this giant gallery on his wall. I wasn't sure if it's supposed to be all pictures of him or if it's supposed to be all his like family.
I'm not entirely sure either. I spent some time looking to see if there were any Easter eggs. I didn't really see any, though. Oh, very distinctive beak you've all got there. Okay, with Darkwing saying you've all got there, I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's family.
Yeah. And it does all look like the same guy.
Yeah. So then Darkwing tries to back out of the situation as best he can. Well, then, as you were, and you're welcome. I'm welcome? Not everyone gets at home protection from the Darkwing Duck. On second thought, you can tell everyone this was Gizmo Duck. That is definitely a very Darkwing thing to say.
Yeah. So
So,
he keeps
what?
walking down the
Where?
street. There must be a clue somewhere. He grabs this random guy walking with a girl on the street. Have you seen anything suspicious? Besides being stopped on the sidewalk by a masked duck at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Clever, trying to make me out to be the bad guy. Exactly what a villain would do.
And he instantly pulls a gun on them.
Oh, a gas gun, or I
Yeah,
guess in this case, a feather gun, since it's got feathers coming out of it.
it's still a gun though.
True. So he starts tickling the guy, and somebody off camera says, "Whoa, whoa!" And who do we get charging into the scene looking like he's about to cause some major bodily harm?
Yeah, a very intimidating Stegmutt.
Yeah, who gives us another stupid sound effect with a feather womp as he's stomping the feathers. No tickle.
Yeah, and he's holding hot dogs in his hand.
Here, from my stand on the house. Thank you. You want a dog, Darkwing? They're veggie. I am a little hangry, actually.
Yeah, and then another super cute drawing of Darkwing and Stegmutt eating the hot dogs. Wow, food really
Yep.
does help. That's what I always say. And Darkwing is sad again and says, "I just don't know what to do. What if we never find Launchpad? I'll help you. You're a good dino, but I don't see how anyone could help." And
Could
that
someone
was actually
help
pretty.
me?
What was
What
that?
were you gonna say?
I just said that moment is actually kind of cute, which there isn't really many cute Darkwing Stegmutt moments.
Yeah. But then from off screen we get a could someone help me? HERB Muddlefoot? Again? Just what I need. How did you get up there? Well, I was trying to get a signal on my tracking device and I got a little clumsy.
And he's hanging from a fire escape ladder.
Yeah, so Stegmutt helps him down.
Yeah,
So what was he tracking?
he was tracking his Quackerware. He got an upgrade, and he says, "You know how sometimes you bring someone a covered dish and then you can't remember where it got off to?"
No.
Are you saying you have a tracker on your Quacker? Where? Yes. I can't believe it. Um, so yeah, Darkwing's super excited, hugs Herb.
HERB Muddlefoot, you may have just saved the day. You might want to hold off on all that, Darkwing. I can't get this to work at all. Well, if he's having trouble with his device, who should he call?
uh, wait, I wanted to mention. So he's looking at the device in this shot, and it's extremely intense. That drawing.
Oh, you mean Darkwing's?
Yeah, Darkwing's look.
Yeah, but as I said, if Herb's having trouble with this device, who should he call?
Who should he call?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
guess you don't get the reference.
know.
Herb Muddlefoot's tracker is a dead ringer for the Ghostbusters PKE meeting.
Oh. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I did not even notice that.
Well, obviously, being as big a Ghostbusters fan as I am, I make it my job to notice that stuff. So Herb says it keeps sending him to a place that doesn't exist, and as you said, a super intense Darkwing
Yeah.
shoves his face into the device and goes, "Where exactly?" But that brings us to the last page of the issue, where what do we see happening?
So we see them in the Thunderquack. Wait, are
Who's
they?
them? They're in the Thunderquack, but who's them?
We got Morgana, Goslin, Herb, Stegmutt, and Gizmo Duck and Darkwing.
Yeah.
Are they in the Thunderquack though?
Yes.
Because it's
Well, they
flying.
definitely.
Also.
Yeah. I think the part we're looking at with them is an interior shot.
Okay.
But Morgana is saying, "You're right about where it's sending you, Herb. Ducklantis does exist, and there's only one member of the Justice Ducks who can get us there safely. Neptunia."
Yep. With a
So
script.
yeah, that was issue 9.
Yeah.
So thoughts?
I actually like this one overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there's some rough spots in there for sure, but it kind of read like an episode of the show.
Yeah, at times it certainly did. So what score would you give this one?
Um, hmm. I would say a 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to be quite as generous myself because although there were definitely points where it did seem like the show, there were other points that definitely did not. You know, I think there were obviously we still have some of the stupid sound effects. The editor's notes this time were a little off-putting. Some of the art is a little questionable in here as well, and there's at least a couple times where the dialogue is rather rough. So I think I'd probably give this one a 2.5 myself.
Mm.
Yeah, not quite as impressed with this one. You know, it could be worse though. At least it's not a dramatic change in quality, unlike the next comic we will review sometime soon.
I think I didn't really like the last issue or something, because when I
Yeah.
got this one, I felt like, oh, this feels a lot better and nicer to read.
Yeah, I may have to reread the previous one to see if that were the case. I don't remember much of it, to be honest. Like I think most of it took place in that snow area, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was Darkwing Duck issue 9. You know, we'll try and have our next comic review out sooner rather than later. Uh, So we have been the St. Canard Files, a Darkwing Duck podcast. You can find us on all podcast apps as well as YouTube. Tiff, do you have any shout outs to give? And
Yeah,
where can the fans find you?
I'm gonna shout out to the random guy at Sinister Creature Con wearing a Let's Get Dangerous shirt if he happens to be listening.
Well, if you are listening, good sir, I hope you have been enjoying the podcast.
And yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Tiffany Silver Braun and at Regurgitating Gertie. And YouTube is at CarneyTube, which I'm gonna have a Carmela Creeper episode coming out in day. And which is pretty late, but what are you gonna do?
Oh, I'll watch it.
Thanks.
Plus, if you wanted to, Tiff, you can watch my taste test of it over on my YouTube channel, DMC Jedi Man. Or if you want something a little scarier, you can go over to my gaming channel, DMC Jedi Man Gaming, where I've been playing a Thai indie horror game called Home Sweet Home. That's truly terrifying.
Nice.
Other than that, I do have one shout out to give myself. I want to give a shout out to my friend Armin Stravonic. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, unfortunately. If he does hear this, hopefully he'll tell me, but I want to give him a huge shout out because he is going this weekend to Rhode Island Comic Con, where he is going to get me the signatures of the original voice actors of Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello from the 1987 Ninja Turtles cartoon. They're going to be signing a piece that's already signed by the original Raphael, Rob Paulson, aka Steelbeak.
Yay!
Yeah, so any final thoughts or things you want to say before we wrap up?
Think that's it. Hope everyone had a happy Halloween.
Yeah, hope everyone had a happy Halloween as well. Stay dangerous. I need to go get myself something to eat because I think I'm feeling a little hangry at the moment.
Get a veggie dog.
Yeah, they're all the rage, I hear. Bye, everybody.
Bye.